Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom series. Today we have traveled to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indianapolis 60. This is going to be race number 34 in the More Freedom series season 3, and with only 3 races to go, the points are very close, so let's go through your current top 10. Your points leader will be the 96 of Nico. Second place will be the 329 of Heck of a Duber. Third will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Fourth will be the 300 of Resemble. Fifth will be the 49 of Jetman. Sixth will be the 00 of Mudbone. Seventh will be the 80 of Hall Garrick. Eighth will be the 33 of Harvey Jones. Ninth will be the 00 of Mudbone. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 69 of Arco Creates. That's your current top 10 in points. Let's go through those team and chassis standings. MBR still leads the way with Aces to Z Motorsports second. KFB Racing third. Douche Motorsports fourth, and rounding out the top 5 will be Dump and Roll Racing. In the chassis standings, Toyota still leads the way there as well, but Dodge grows ever closer. Third will be Chevy, fourth is Ford, and fifth is Pontiac. Trying to get ahead of myself there and saying the names of the team, the names of the chassis, but that is your current points situation here in the More Freedom series, and with these 3 races left, it's almost anybody in the top 5 to 10, their championship to win, but this crowd is already filing in here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, so I think it's about time. Let's go racing. Let's go through your starting top 10. Starting on the pole will be the 25 of JTM, and on his outside, the 38 of Baseman. Starting third will be the 07 of Douche Baggins, and on his outside, the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum. Starting fifth will be the 96 of Nico, and on his outside will be the 143 of Mom Games Hard. Starting seventh will be the 619 of Balls Deep, and on his outside, the 999 of Deviant. Starting ninth will be the 33 of Harvey Jones, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. So that's your starting top 10 today for this Indianapolis 60 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I don't know what pole this is for JTM in this season or his career. He's got a few of them, so we're going to see what he can do today with Baseman starting on his outside. Baseman with a couple wins here this season has worked his way into the 21st in points. JTM definitely needs this as he's had a few bad races, finishing back, and he's currently running 33rd in points, but your points leader, the 96, he's going to be starting in the 5th position, and second place in points, the 329 of Heck of a Duber. He's going to be starting way back in 12th. Not really way back. He's not even halfway through the field. Hopefully we're going to have 24 laps of green flag action here today at Indianapolis. We see right here the 544 Frederick Winklebaum, after starting on the pole last week, starting 4th here today. So we've got a good mix up here in the top 10 of different teams and different experience levels and whatnot here in the More Freedom series. We're going to see what JTM can do, as he's going to be representing Indiana here today in the More Freedom series, and home track for MBR as it were. But JTM leads us down to the yard of bricks, and we are underway here at Indianapolis. Down into turn 1, JTM down to the bottom of 38 of Baseman on the outside. That low line here at Indianapolis is definitely going to be the one to drive. We are going to see some drafting, and the draft is going to play a big part in how these drivers finish here today. As the 25 of JTM to the outside. That 07 of Douche Baggins already working down to the inside as we head into turn 3. JTM's teammate, the 96 of Nico, he's down there to the bottom. It looks like he's about to try to make it 3 wide with the 07 of Douche Baggins as JTM slides high through the turn. Your leader on lap 1, we're going to see who it is in just a second. That's the 96 of Nico right there to the back bumper of that 07 of Douche Baggins. So DB going to be your leader here on lap number 1. The 96 of Nico now down to his inside with the 619 of Balls Deep right there to his back bumper. So Balls Deep for that KFB Racing Ford. He is looking for win number 3 here this season, as the 96 of Nico is not letting him get out of his sights as he's already down to the inside. Followed right behind him is going to be the 619's teammate, the number 1 of Jamal Jackson, as we head down the front stretch. Very close right there between the 619 and the 96 as we head towards the yard of bricks. Your leader is the 619 of Balls Deep. Down to his inside still, almost down to his inside, is going to be the 96 of Nico, as Nico's sliding high as he's getting pushed a little bit by that 8 of Moon Bunny. So Moon Bunny, good finish last week here in the More Freedom Series. She's trying to pull herself up by her bootstraps out of 35th position. As we head down the backstretch, she's going to get that run on the 96 of Nico. She's going to try to get down to his inside. The 880 of Hog Eric, he's going to try to go with the 96 of Nico as we head through the short shoot through 3 and 4. Moon Bunny down to the inside. Here comes another one of those KFB racing cars, the 40 of Veteran Chaos, as he's trying to work down to the inside. I think we're about to make it 3 wide down the front stretch with the 40 of Veteran Chaos and that 96 of Nico. Thinking better of it is that 40 of Veteran Chaos as we head down into turn 1. That 96, he's got a hot rod underneath him if he can stay down on the bottom, but he's going to lose that spot, and he's going to lose several spots right here to the 8, the 40, and a bunch of other drivers, as your leader's still going to be that 619 of Balls Deep. I hadn't even brought up your timing and scoring. We'll bring that up. As always, favorite driver, or top 10 on your left, favorite driver scrolling across the top as the 40 of Veteran Chaos and the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum, followed closely by the 777 of Seabass. Also, Indianapolis going to be the home team, or the home track for Amish Buggy Racing and Showstoppers Racing. So Amish Buggy Racing with that 777 of Seabass and 34 Super Stakes. Seabass currently up to the 4th position right now after starting 19th here today at Indianapolis. Lots of crazy action going on back here in the back of the pack as the 3 of Geek Girl Games now underneath that 8 of Moon Bunny. So G3, who is currently 3rd in points, and she's about 120 or 118 points or something like that behind Nico. She definitely needs a good finish here today. Try to catch up, as we almost had 3 wide between the 80 and the 123 and the 96. Teammates right here, the 123 of Roy Chow and that 80 of Hog Eric. Eric definitely needs to get around his teammate and allow himself to move, and Roy needs to let that 80 of Hog Eric move up, because Eric is trying to push his way into the top 5 here this season in the More Freedom Series. He had a rough go early in the running, but he has made his way back into the top 10 as of, the last 4th of this season, and has just had a great car. Actually, believe he got a win as well. So doing so far so good here at Indianapolis, as this is a battle on the track for the 11th position, as we have Showstoppers Racing, that 660 of Garrett Miller, again, home track for Showstoppers, as he's down to the inside of the 777, the Seabass. Followed behind him is a huge line of cars, as Garrett is out there in front of that 999 of Deviant. As we head down the backstretch, just weaving and bumping and grinding and all sorts of things going on here at Indianapolis, as your leader is, I didn't even see this, the leader on the track now is the 40 of Veteran Chaos. So I apologize for missing that change in the lead. So Veteran Chaos out to the lead right here at Indianapolis, as the 999 of Deviant down to the inside of the 660 of Garrett Miller. Here comes that 8 of Moon Bunny, who have fallen back to 10th, now back up to 4th. And so you're seeing how Indianapolis is going to be here today, as a 23 of Fuller Than You, currently running last in points on the season. He has worked his way from the 16th starting position up to where he is right now, 5th position as it were. As we still have a battle on the track between the 80 and the 123 and the 3 of Geek Girl Games. So lots of 2 wide action right now, as the 619 of Balls Deep has fallen all the way back right here to about 11th position, and fallen back even more as he's caught on the outside. Checking out your leader, it's still going to be the 40 of Veteran Chaos, but again, Showstoppers Racing, the 660 of Garrett Miller. He's trying to win it here for his home track. He is almost to the back bumper of that 40. That Army Coors Light Ford for KFB Racing has put himself out on the point here at Indianapolis, and he is not wanting to give it up right now to the 660 of Garrett Miller. We're kind of going single file up here at the front. Let's check back here in the back of the pack and see what the craziness is that's going on as the 11 of TC Roberts underneath the 777 of Seabass. Here comes a 143 of Mom Games Hard. Looks like we got pit stops happening here today on the track as the 40 of Veteran Chaos is in. Harvey bounces off the outside wall right there. So a little bit of contact right there, I think, between the 33 and maybe the 329 of Heck of a Duber. Duber running currently 36th on the track. We're going to watch your leader, the 40 of Veteran Chaos, as he peels off into his pits. Right side tires going on for that KFB Racing Ford. Looks like they've got the next set up on the wall. The 40 is getting his left side tires on now. Fuel going in. He needs a good pit stop here today as he is down and away. We're going to try to catch up. I think we're going to hear, looks like KFB has left side damage as the 660 of Garrett Miller, who took over, is coming into the pits. But your leader now is going to be the 11 of TC Roberts here on lap number 10. So I'm guessing TC, if you recall, TC won a fuel mileage race. A win is a win, but he won that fuel mileage race earlier this season. When there was a caution at the end, and he was able to go the distance, and but we're going to see what he can do as he heads down into turn 1. He's basically lapped the entire field at this point, I believe, for the most part, like half the field. Let's call it half the field. As he gets ready, he's going to peel off, so TC is going to lead. He might lead it halfway as well. Here comes that 40 of Veteran Chaos, so he is down. He's away. We're going to follow along with him. He's going to get his lap back right there. Well, let's jump up here and see who's in front of. So there's the 660 of Garrett Miller. He's peeling off onto the track. Here comes a 40 of Veteran Chaos. So Garrett may be your leader at the end of this pit stop cycle. So the 40 of Veteran Chaos, he's around that 8 of Moon Bunny right now. 799 of Mike Check is coming out of the pits. We're going to see where TC ends up as the 660 of Garrett Miller might be your leader here today. $7.99 is coming out of the pits. The 11 is coming out of the pits. So Garrett's going to pass that 11 to TC Roberts. See who's in front of him is the 329 of Heck of a Duber. So Duber is currently having a rough go here today in the More Freedom Series. He's currently, I'm guessing, like 36th on the day after starting 12th. So your leader, I believe, I'm waiting for everything to update, but we're following along with that 660 of Garrett Miller and this 40 of Veteran Chaos as they head down the front stretch. I think when they cross the line here, we're going to see them as first and second place. Excuse me. Gives us a chance to catch our breath, see where everybody is here on the track. As we have 3 wide for third position, as the 23 of Fuller Than You, the 999, and the 8 are battling it out right now for third. So your leader is the 660 of Garrett Miller. Second's going to be that 40 of Veteran Chaos. Vet is already thinking about getting back to the lead. Third place is going to be the 23 of Fuller Than You. The fourth will be the 999 of Deviant. Fifth will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Sixth will be the 123 of Roy Chow. Seventh right now is the 3 of Geek Girl Games. 8th is going to be your teammate, the 143 of Mom Games Hard. I don't know. That was very close right there. That was very close for the 8th position. 9th is going to be right now the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum, or the 11 and 10th is probably going to be the 11 of TC Roberts, as the 80 and the 49 battling it out right now. So this could be a good points day for the number 3 of Geek Girl Games, as the 96 has fallen all the way back to 33rd, and the 329 of Heck of a Duber currently running in the last position. So Duber, while he's running last, is not, I mean, Nico is running 33rd, so good. It could be a good points day for the 3 and the, I don't know, where's the 300 at right now? He's in 29th. So it could be a good points day for the 3, the 5, or the 49 and the 80. So again, I said possible top 5, top 10 here today or this season could win this championship. And with your 2 championship contenders, the 96 and the 329, running so far back in the field, that's very good for the 3 of Geek Girl Games. She needs to push her way at this point, get herself up to the front of this field as the 660 of Garrett Miller leads. And she is working now underneath the 123 of Roy Chow. Not able to get that draft around him. She falls back behind him. She currently runs in the 7th position. She's going to need some help from her teammate, the 143 of Mom Games Hard, if she's going to get around that 123 of Roy Chow. As she's thinking about getting down to his inside right here, slides back up behind her down the backstretch behind him. As the 999 of Deviant runs 3rd, here comes that 8 of Moon Bunny working down to the inside. That 3 of Geek Girl Games gets a good run. On the 123 of Roy Chow, the 23 of Fuller Than You. He's trying to work down to the inside of the 8 of Moon Bunny, so Fuller trying to get himself into the 3rd position. Here comes the 999 of Deviant. He's got a good run right here. He's going to slide down to the inside, down into turn 1 and 2. Actually, turn 1, because then we hit the short shoot into turn 2. As your leader, still that 660 of Garrett Miller. Garrett, again, he led a bunch of laps here earlier this season at Indianapolis, and he is definitely trying to get that win. I believe this would be his first win of the season. Knock on wood, announcer curse. Trying to get his first win of the season for Showstoppers. Well, for him, Mudbone won earlier this week this season for Showstoppers Racing, and that fuel mileage race where he ran out of gas after he crossed the finish line. I believe that was at Daytona. So G3 now down to the inside of the 999 of Deviant. Again, she is doing what she can right now to move up in this field, give her a chance, give herself a run at that championship over the 96 and the 329. So again, not sure what's going on with the 329 here today, but the 96 is also falling back to 34th as G3 trying to get down to the inside of the 8 of Moon Bunny. Jump back through this field, see where everybody is. The 49 of Jetman. He currently runs in the 10th position right there in front of the 544 Frederick Winklebaum and the 80 of Hog Eric. So Jetman currently in the 5th position in points. Could be a good points day for him as well if he can get this draft with the 544 as we have about 6 laps to go. Bunch of Aces to Z drivers right here, the 13, the 11, and the 06. Battle on the track right now for the 10th position. 10th-ish position. As the 23 of Fuller Than You down to the inside of that 8 of Moon Bunny. And the 123 of Roy Chow thinking about going with him. As we have more pit stops here on the track. The 40 of Veteran Chaos is in with 5 laps to go. G3 takes over. Actually, the 660 of Garrett Miller is still going to be your leader. And we have a yellow flag, folks. We have a yellow flag, folks. So I'm not sure if Garrett had passed. He had, yes, so this I'm not sure what's going to happen here, folks, as we have a yellow flag on the track. Let's go see if we can figure out what brought that up. Looks like it was the 13 and the 777 of Seabass involved in that. I'm guessing it had to do with coming into the pits. So that's going to be great for that 329 of Heck of a Duber. So he is going to move up in this field. But your leader is the 660 of Garrett Miller. I think he's going to have to come into the pits. I don't know that he can make it the entire way. This is going to be a tough break for that 660. and the 3 and the 23. So announcer's curse for the 6660 of Garrett Miller. It looks like the 06 of Ice Cream Some Days is going to take over the lead, and she is going to try to win this out here with about 3 or 4 laps to go. Let's see what brought out that caution flag. So this caution is going to be brought out by contact between teammates here. The 11 of TC Roberts, the 06 and the 13. Let's watch this happen. From the roof cam on that, it's 777 of Seabass. We can already see the accident is underway. So as you can see, nowhere for that 777 to go, and hopefully, fingers crossed for the 13 of King of the Aces. Hopefully he is okay. Also, as a note, the 95 of Zed Brunnett is out. So we've got 2 laps to go here. We might get green. I don't know. This might be a win for that 06 of Ice Cream Some Days, and the 11 of TC Roberts may end up finishing second. We're going to find out, as it looks like the 96 is currently running 10th, and the 329 of Heck of a Duber is currently running. Actually, Duber, I think, had to pit. Yes. So Duber had to pit, so he's currently running 33rd. The 96, who has not pitted, is currently running 10th. So let's go through your top 10 as of right now, as we might be getting the white flag when we come back around. Not quite sure yet, but they're going to let it ride. So let's go through your current top 10. Your leader is the 06 of Ice Cream Some Days. Second will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Third will be the 1 of Jamal Jackson. Fourth will be the 799 of Mike Check. Fifth will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Sixth will be the 72 of Duchess. Seventh will be the 42 of ZWTF. Eighth will be the 00 of Mudbone. Ninth will be the 300 of Resemble. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 96 of Nico. So I'm not sure what they're going to do, as I believe they're going to try to let it ride here, as they're going to try to get to the end of this race, as we had several of those drivers that had to pit because they were going to run out of fuel before the end. So gas and go mostly for everybody, but we're going to watch as we head through turn 4 here at Indianapolis, and we're going to keep an eye on this beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car and see if we get the 1 to go or if we're staying under caution. So the 06 is definitely staying out. We're going to see. I don't think there's anybody in that top 10 who is going to try to pit right now. I mean, it could be one of those situations where it is they thought we were going to make it to the end. Let's check. Yellow flag is still out here. So we are going to have a green-white checker. Well, actually, it's going to be white checkers here today at Indianapolis. We're going to have 1 lap to go when they take the green flag. And because I don't believe the white flag came out. Yeah, we're going to have 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go here at Indianapolis to decide the winner. As your leader, that 06 of Ice Cream Some Days, she's going to try to get, I believe, win number 3 here this season in the More Freedom Series. She's currently 13th in points. It could be a very, very good points day for her. Hopefully, fingers crossed for everybody in basically the top 10 as of right now. Actually, the top 12 right now. Hopefully, fingers crossed for them that they do not have to pit here on this last lap. And I know they were hoping for that caution to go the rest of the way, but the More Freedom Series, the More Freedom Stock Car Racing officials have said, hey, we're going 1 more lap. We're not going this full caution all the way to the end. we're going to let it ride. We're going to see what happens as you can see that damage on the right side of the 06, and there's also damage on the front of that 11 of TC Roberts. So is Ice Cream and TC going to be able to hold off the 1 and the 799? Also, this could be an amazing day in the championship manufacturer standings for Toyota, as they have several drivers right now in the top 10. I'm seeing at least five drivers right now in the top 10. We're going back green, folks. Ice Cream some days is leading us down to take that green flag. Mike Check is out of gas. So the 799 of Mike Check has run out of gas here today. The 06 of Ice Cream someday, she gets that car fired up. He's going to be leading us back. Looks like the 300 is out. The 51 is out. So they gave it a go, as we're going to have a caution flag. G3, as we've got multiple drivers involved here at the end. The 1 is out. The 06 isn't out of gas. Neither is the 11. I think I said Mike Check. Mike Check hasn't ran out of gas. The 06 hasn't ran out of gas. The 11 hasn't ran out of gas. The 06 is out. She's out of gas. Your leader is a 799 of Mike Check. Mike Check, he's out of gas, folks. He's out of gas. Is he going to try to make... Oh, no, Mike, no. The 11's out of gas. This 999 of Deviant. He is going to win it here today at Indianapolis. As so many drivers, they tried to push it to the end. They tried to go all the way. They couldn't. The 999 of Deviant, who did stop. He did. I am dumbfounded. My mind is blown. All those drivers in the top 10 that tried to go the entire way. They couldn't make it, folks. They couldn't make it. The people that stopped, the 999 of Deviant, who stopped, he's going to lead one lap here today at Indianapolis, and he's going to win this race, folks. He is going to win this race in an amazing fashion. I don't even know what to say. Let's go through maybe your finishing top 10, because so many things could change. So many things could change, but let's go through your finishing top 10. Your unofficial finishing top 10. So your winner today, it looks like it's going to be the 999 of Deviant. Second place will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Third will be the 619 of Balls Deep. Fourth will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Fifth will be the 38 of Baseman. Sixth will be the 07 of Douche Baggins. Seventh will be the 49 of Jetman. Eighth will be the 33 of Harvey Jones. Ninth will be the 69 of Arco Creates, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 80 of Hog Eric. So, pandemonium on the last lap of this race. Pandemonium. Next week, with 2 races left to go, we head to Homestead for the Homestead 80, and I don't even know what to say, folks. It was pandemonium. But let's look at your point standings, as the 329 of Heck of a Duber is going to finish 15th today, and the 96 of Nico is going to finish 26th, and that 3 of Geek Girl Games is going to finish 14th, so could be a good points day for that 329. I'm excited to calculate these points. You're seeing them right here on the screen. He could be your points leader going into the last 2 races. Let's check in on your team and chassis standings, as I don't know, you're seeing who's leading the way in that, and I'm sure Toyota is going to be leading the way still in the chassis standings, but you're seeing all that here on the screen. So wild finish today here in the More Freedom Series, as the top 10 runs out of fuel on the last lap, causes a major accident, and ends up, it insanity and craziness happened as a result. But congratulations to the 999 of Deviant, as he's going to be your winner here at Indianapolis for this Indianapolis 60. And until next week at Homestead, take care.